What's up everybody, Chris here. Now as you may know if you've been following my channel, I'm always upgrading my workspace for better productivity, better video calls, better lighting, and overall just better technology. And today we're looking at a desk light that's built specifically for video conferencing and home office setups. This is the LitONES H01. Now I've been testing this over the past couple of weeks and I want to take you through what it's like to live with, what works, what doesn't, and whether it's truly worth adding to your desktop setup. So first off, what is this H01? Well, it's a double-sided LED desk light from LitONES, designed for home offices, video calls, streaming, and all kinds of other use cases. Now, according to the manufacturer, it uses edge-lit technology, anti-glare diffused light, a clamp mount design, so no bulky base, 126 LED beads, and has a CRI of over 95 for true color rendering. And it supports a wide range of brightness and color temperature settings. Now, why does that matter? Because when you spend hours on video calls like I do, lighting makes a big difference. How you appear on camera, how your background looks, and how your eyes feel after a long day of work. Now, if you've ever been on a Zoom call and you looked washed out or overly shadowed, you know what I mean. So a specialized desk light is a smart upgrade from the generic lamp you had before. Okay, so to start, let's talk first impressions. Out of the box, you get the lamp arm, the double-sided lamp head, which is about 11 inches wide according to the spec sheet. You get the clamp mount. You also get this remote knob controller, which I was pleasantly surprised with. And of course, you get the power adapter. Now, when it comes to setup, it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is clamp it to the edge of your desk. In this case, I used my standing desk, as you can see. Then you route the cables. So there is a small cable clip under the arm itself, as you can see, where you can organize the cable itself. And then you adjust the swing arm to your preference. Now the arm does have 4 damping joints, 360-degree rotation, and the head itself can go up to around 32.6 inches in height in its full extension. Now in my case, on average, I have it mounted just behind and slightly to the side of my dual monitor setup. So it's angled across my face when I'm seated. Now the clamp, I gotta say, is super strong. The build feels super solid. It has a metal alloy arm, and it's also got a head that's made of ABS material. And after a couple days, the lamp has so far stayed rock steady. There's no noticeable wobble or creep when it comes to the movement or the stability itself. Okay, so let's dive into the features and how they translate into daily use. Now, some highlights I found after using this over the last couple of weeks. First of all, you've got double-sided illumination, which is one of the key selling points of this lamp. This H01 throws light both front and back, or at least the head is wide and aimed so that you get illuminated across your workspace and across your face. On video calls, this means fewer deep shadows and better fill lighting. Now, before I ordered this, the website itself emphasizes eye-caring double-sided lighting, which eliminates shadows on your workspace. Now, I tested this out by turning off my normal desk light and letting the H01 be the primary source of light. And the results? Softer, more even light across my face and my monitors. And then also better performance and lighting when it comes to clarity on camera. And then after that, you've also got color, temperature, and brightness adjustment. The lamp itself offers a whopping 10 brightness levels, 1 to 100%, and also 5 color temperatures, 2700K to 6500K. There's 2 control methods. You've got a knob-style wireless remote and a touch panel on the lamp itself. Now, what I like is that the remote is nice for quickly dial in my preferred video call mode, and the memory function means I can set my favorite and recall it with just 1 click. I set up a prep for live camera mode, which is cooler temperature with moderate brightness. And I also set up a late night reading mode, which is warmer temp with lower brightness. And accessing those different modes is just as easy as the click of a button. In addition to that, it's also got a space-saving clamp design. Because it does clamp to the desk instead of having a large base, you actually free up a lot of real estate, which is a plus in a dual monitor laptop plus accessory dense environment like mine. Now, the eye comfort quality of light is thanks to the LED's high CRI, which is greater than 95, and diffused flicker-free anti-glare output. Now, in my live camera tests, I actually streamed a 30-minute overhead product unboxing review video. I felt less eye fatigue compared to my previous lamp, and on my camera, my skin tones looked more natural rather than harsh or overexposed. Now, when it comes to this H01 lamp, after testing it for a couple of weeks now, here's what I think works really well. It definitely does provide great camera-friendly lighting, especially if you're frequently on video calls, doing content creation, streaming, or you're on Zoom meetings, or if you're like me and you're doing all of those things, this lamp is built for all those scenarios. The wide lamp head and arm allowed me to light myself without resorting to a full ring light or a bulky setup. I actually appreciate the flexible adjustability as well. The arm and the head adjust so many ways that you can really tailor the angle and even switch between seated and standing modes easily. For me, when I stand, I simply lift the arm and the clamp still holds tight. The head rotates and I'm good. In addition to that, I also love the speed of the control. The wireless knob plus remote plus the memory function is a nice touch. I love that I can dial a setting once and then recall it the next time I turn it on. Now for content creation, that is a killer. It just gets me set up really quickly. In addition to that, this lamp has also got great build quality and an amazing finish. It feels super premium for the price. The metal arm, the solid clamp, all add to the minimal wobble and durability of this lamp. It gives me confidence that this lamp will actually last a lifetime. In addition to that, I also do like the space efficiency that this lamp provides. Because it does clamp, you don't lose desk space to a large lamp base. Now this is good for crowded setups like mine where I have a bunch of stuff on my desk. And if you think about it, it also allows for versatility beyond just video. I've actually used it for late night reading, sketching workflows, and dual monitor glare mitigation. And I also like that the warm mode is much better on my eyes than my previous desk lamp. Okay, so on the flip side, what could be better and what improvements can be made for this lamp? Well, as you know, no product is perfect, and this H01 does have a few caveats that you should know if you're considering it. First, of course, is the clamp placement requirement. Because it does use a clamp, your desk edge must allow for sturdy clamp attachment. Now, if you're someone who has a thick desk lip, floating surface, or even a glass desk without an edge, you might actually struggle a bit, and this might not be the right solution for you. But with that in mind, LitONES does also have a desktop version of this lamp, which might work for you. Second is cable management. While the lamp does include a cable clip at the bottom, the power adapter is a bit bulky and the cable does sit in the open. If you're very tidy with cable routing, you'll definitely want to spend a little time tucking it away very neatly. Third is the remote signal and reach. This knob remote works well when you're within line of sight of the lamp. But if your desk is large or you mount the lamp far away, occasionally I did find the remote needed a direct path and a direct view of the lamp itself. Now, this is not a huge deal, but it is worth noting. Next, of course, is the brightness ceiling. While the damp is plenty bright for typical desk use and video, if you're doing photo style lighting with heavy ambient room light or daylight streaming, you may still want additional lighting to make your scene pop a lot more. In other words, it's a strong desk lamp, but not a full studio key light replacement. And then last is the color temperature transition. While you do have 5 levels, I would have liked more fine-grained steps or custom app integration in future versions. Now, for some users, the jump between modes might actually feel a little big and not as gradual. Okay, so with that in mind, this LitONES H01 is a smart upgrade piece, especially for people who spend a lot of time on video calls or streaming. You're someone who wants a minimal footprint, high quality lighting solution for a home office. You're someone who values adjustability, whether you're standing versus sitting, flexibility and eye comfort, or if you're someone who's looking for something better than a generic desk lamp but don't want to move into full studio lighting territory, or you're someone who just loves new technology and something that's different from your normal desk lamp. Now, on the flip side, it also might be less ideal if your desk situation doesn't allow for clamping, for example, without edges or extremely thick desk margins. Or you're someone who already has a full lighting rig where this would be redundant. And then lastly, you primarily do tasks that require ultra high brightness or extremely large area lighting, for example, large video sets, and you'll need more than one unit anyway. All in all, for me, the value is in how this lamp simplified my set it and forget it lighting for calls and video reviews, which is exactly what I was looking for. You'll definitely notice the difference if you've got a standard lighting setup. You'll get better face illumination, less shadow under the eyes, the background doesn't blow out, and skin tones just look more natural. This H01's wide double-sided head catches both me and my monitors, reducing hotspots and glare. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I also did test the lamp with warmer 3000K versus cooler 6000K settings. For early morning stand-up calls, I used the cooler mode, and then for late night reading, I switched to the warmer mode, and my eyes actually felt more relaxed. And while upgrading my home workspace, here are just a few tips that I picked up. First is to mount the clamp so the arm clears your monitor top. You'll want a full swing range. I recommend about 6 to 10 inches behind your monitor top and slightly angled. You'll definitely want to also use the memory mode. Pick your go-to brightness and temperature, for example 5000K at 70% brightness for, let's say, video calls. Store it, and then you can engage it one click before every single call. It makes it very simple to set up and very quick to get started. Also, when setting up the lamp, consider your ambient light. If your room is bright like this one is right now, or even bright from windows behind you, you'll want to angle the lamp to fill your face, not just the desk surface. When setting up, you'll also want to mind the cable path. Definitely run the cable behind your monitor riser or down your mounting frame so it stays out of sight. This keeps your desktop setup looking clean for your viewer calm aesthetic. Now, if you're someone who switches between sitting and standing, you'll definitely want to calibrate the 2 memory modes, one for sitting and one for standing height. That means less fiddling each time you sit or stand. And then lastly, keep the lamp head at a height where the light is angled slightly down towards your face. This gives better catch lights in your eyes, which is helpful for video and presence. And it avoids blowing out the background. Now, from a price and value standpoint, at the time of filming this review, this H01 retails for around $57 with a regular price of around $80. For what you get, adjustable clamp mount, high CRI, dual side head, it's a very solid value, especially when compared to spending $300+ for a full lighting kit just to get decent video call lighting. If you factor in how much time you spend in meetings, streaming, or even producing content, this kind of upgrade pays dividends in comfort, appearance, and efficiency. Now, here are my final thoughts. Yes, I would completely recommend this lamp, especially for someone who sits in front of a camera, needs flexible workspace, and cares about how things look on screen and how your eyes feel after long sessions. It's actually one of those upgrades that works quietly in the background and you don't notice it once it's right, but you do notice when you go back to your old lighting. Okay, so that wraps up my quick review of this LitONES H01 video conferencing desk light. If you're interested in grabbing one, check out my link in the description section below. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and also ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming gadget reviews. Please also let me know in the comments section below what's your current desk lighting setup and what brand of light you're using. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Stay sharp and stay lit in the best sense of the word, and I'll see you in the next video.